Are you excited? Did you like the graphics? I loved it a lot. I think my team did such a wonderful job. Anyway, so start officially. So hi everyone, welcome to Quantum Expansion. So how did quantum expansion come into place? We started off, I think it was start of December, where the energy of gratitude and the 222 came. Now, what they stated about the 222 was these are personal portals. And some of you joined, and so we activated the first portal on the 12th, which was personal power. And then we activated the second portal on the 21st, which was presence. Both very, very powerful. We did a Q&A and now we're here. And it's not just you, it's also other people, which is really, really good because I love to talk. It's Emily's father. Thank you for clarifying. Welcome, Emily's father. And so let's start with the beginning. When I go into a new year, I always have a vibrational frequency for the year. And the vibrational frequency of my community for this year is quantum expansion. And so today we will also talk about yours. So it's not just going to be, oh, great, that's your frequency. What do you know? What's mine? We will figure out what is yours. Because as we are entering 2022, which is really a powerful year, where it's all about personal power. All the twos are portals, where it's all about your presence, and where today we're going to go into embodiment. Because with all of those beautiful activations, and I know they feel so good and they are so great, we are here really to become the magnetic expression of our light on this world. Meaning in your relationship, not just on the meditation mat. Meaning as you live your purpose, as you expand your gifts, as you love your children, your husbands, your wives, as you allow yourself to hold duality in bigger ways than ever before. See, that is the thing. And so I want you to take a moment. It was so beautiful because I did it with my clients today, to really for a moment put your hand on your heart. And I want you to feel the warmth and the love, like when you would look at a child or someone you really adore, or maybe a pet, you know, you're just filled with love. And I want you to feel that and vibrate that quite literally in your heart space, by thinking about it, by seeing it, by feeling it, by deciding it. Just have that image, or maybe even a scent or like an experience where you just can feel the warmth coming up. Usually children and pets are great for that. It's easy. And now I want you to kind of hold yourself in that space today, where you're just filled up, where you are more than enough, where there is no need to like look into this new year, coming into it from a place of, I need to do better. This needs to change. This was not working for me. We're not going to do that. That's the old school way. That is not the way of the new human. That's not the way of you integrating your power and your presence and your light in this moment. The integrated ways that you hold yourself in love and you feel that, and from that place, you depart into your life. Now, before we can enter this new world, before we can enter this, like literally go into this transition, I want you to feel for a moment. Like, what was your word for 2021? What was the frequency you have been living? Not just kind of hoping, not just kind of wishing. What was the frequency you claimed for this year? And some of you might say, you know, I didn't have a clue. I did not claim anything. I just kind of went with it. So for me personally, it was effortless being. And the beauty with it is when you claim frequency and you operate from frequency, everything will start coming into alignment with that. So let's see. Flying high, deep connection, grounding, connecting, embodiment, clarity, releasing. I only started a few months ago, didn't claim one. Magic, elevation, self-care, vitality, joyful being, expansion, trust, unlimited, neutrality, inner rest, self-love, joyful abundance, power and trust. And like kind of go with that. Now my expertise is really to help you elevate really in a next level version of you by choosing and really mastering your frequency and how you align with that in your life, where radiating your light or living your purpose does not no longer become something very outside of you one day, where you become the living purpose, walking, talking into your purpose, into your power, into your presence, and into this frequency of choice. Because we came to actually create something we desire. We did not come to create something which was kind of what last year was and what seems very logical. And do you know, everyone is living it and we're in the middle of Corona. So do you know, you can't really expect do you know, I'm not going into that at all with you, because I know I just saw about 40 people in my classes acknowledging their power, their love, their light, their beauty, their grace, their results in the most tremendous loving way, in such a profound sisterhood. So I know it is possible. It is not just possible for me, it is possible for all of us. And so I take a firm stand that when we lead ourselves, it's by choice and by intentional frequency alignment. I was lost, bold connection, growing into goddess, resetting, coming home. And you know what I love? I see so much possibility. It excites me because I see the chosen words and I know there's so much more available for you. So now I want you to take a moment to honor you, to honor this year, to feel really, really full about this year. Really like looking in, not what was lacking, not what was hard, not what was this, none of that. Like look at you, the beauty you are, and feel into those things which are extraordinary. The things you created, the things you shifted, how you held yourself, how you elevated, like really allow yourself a moment right now to write it down. Andy, a year of exponential expansion, healthy, joyful, aliveness, but I didn't stay aware of it. Well, that's the key. That's why when you're in it, we continue to repeat it, because otherwise people usually forget. We're human. And so if we're not in high frequency environments every week, we tend to forget because life becomes very, very real. And then like purpose was that wish we had on the 31st of December, but I'm not settling for that. I really am not, because I know there's so much energy to be moved, so much desires to be filled once you understand the power of intention and aligning with the frequency. It's not just intention, it's like aiming for the highest frequency. It's aiming for the stars. Many people, because I already saw it, aiming for like what's reasonable, what will solve your current problem. Okay, we're not going for that. We're not going for what will solve my problem. We're going for the massive quantum expansion into the new. I'm working with high-level light workers, which are you, all of you. And so it's time to start allowing yourself to become the unstoppable force you really are in all areas of your life. And when you are operating mainly from human, that's when you see there's not really a lot of results or similar things, or like, well, not really. It's because your capacity to hold your frequency, your energy potential, your personal power, which is claiming it and holding it, and then your presence, which means engaging with the reality so that it can embody, see? And if it is embodied, That is the frequency. So if you now look in your life, well, you know which is your frequency because you are living it. So the last question was like you honoring the things you have been creating, experiencing, like shifting, became aware about, like really seeing all the fullness of this year. I want you to end this year in fullness. You have the option to go into the Corona story, right? Oh, what a dramatic life it is. Or you have the option to look at all the greatness you have been experiencing and really claim that. And that is what intentional being is, that you claim that reality and that you engage with that reality. Am I saying you can't be emotional? Or we are pretending the things which, no, I'm just saying, I want you to feel full. I want you to feel proud of you. I want you to feel enlightened. I want you to feel excited. Why? Because that's a higher frequency. And once we start creating from that higher frequency into 2022, you are able to reach the stars. And otherwise, you're able to create an ordinary life. Same. Nothing really spectacular. And so take a moment, maybe now, start writing it, because when you share it, it is becoming more. That's another thing. You can be in this place, you can be in my community, not really engaging. I'm promising you, when you engage, when you enter the frequency places, when you're engaging, that will shift your life. I see my clients who participate actively and consistently. Okay, consistently. Not only when you feel really good, no, you can be all. You can bring all of you to the table, but it's like I'm consistent in it and I'm here. Those people will create the quantum expansion everyone in here is dreaming of. Whether it is in your relationship, your light, your love, your power, your health, your wealth, your presence, you know, all of it. I know. You all have big dreams. And now is the time to make the big dreams happening. Personal power. The word for 2022 is lead yourself through personal power in the presence, which means engaging with the reality from that frequency so that it can embody and click into place. And then next year when we will be here, you're like, you know, I know the word because I had a word, that's one. And I'm actually living, I lived the word. So now I can close this chapter of this word. I don't need another year of effortless being. I don't. It's here, it's anchored in me. I don't need that. It's done. I can choose a different frequency for this year. What if you would choose one of those high vibrational frequencies every year? What do you think will happen with you, with your life, with your manifestations, with your love? Or you can choose, like what I said this morning, like the fish in the fishbowl, to do the same around your health, to do the same around your wealth, to do the same with your same. There is a moment where the fish gets to jump out of the fishbowl into the big sea, right? This is the moment. There's no reason to live a life in which you feel suffering, struggling. They can't do lockdowns enough to close your frequency. You have choice to really ignite your light. Now is the time for you to live the most abundant life, the most expressed, the most impactful life ever. So now I'm going to allow them to talk. Let's see. We are delighted you are all here. It fills us with deep gratitude and excitement knowing we will co-create together in this upcoming year. Because in the times like now, it is truly important to allow yourself to come into alignment with your true power, to come into alignment with your true presence, to come into into alignment with your true purpose, with who you really are, the frequency, the essence, the spark, which is you. And that goes well beyond your physical body. That goes well beyond your current relationships. That goes well beyond this lifetime. You are so much more. And this year is all about bringing all of you, all of the experiences, not just from this lifetime, all of your intelligence on all levels, your emotional intelligence, your mental intelligence, your spiritual intelligence, all of your intelligence in this lifetime, in this moment, to bring it together so that your fields, your mental fields, your thoughts, your beliefs, are no longer dictating you, so that your emotional reactions to people, unfairness, yourself, triggers, activations are no longer dictating you. So that seeking outside of you for spirituality, for a sign outside of you, a non-embodied spiritual being, which really means nothing. It's beautiful words, no alignment. That is no longer dictating you, because now you felt this power, this trust, this really renewed trust in your capacity to channel light, to channel kindness and love in situations which might not always be easy. Those moments where you might now feel triggered, you now figured it out. You hold your power, you hold your presence, you hold your light, you hold who you are fully. And so now when someone is doing something or a situation is not going as planned, you can hold yourself. You cannot only hold yourself, you can hold the duality in your experience, and then you can hold the duality of the people who you interact with. Sons, daughters, sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, family members, people who do not agree with your vision, co-workers, neighbors, anyone, especially those who do not have the same opinion. It's not about, I am spiritual, I'm so awakened, and so I am right. It's about how much can I hold duality? How much can I hold it when someone is saying things and I know and feel I know better? I think it's not love. I think it's not, I think. How can I hold myself in something bigger than my thoughts and my judgments, in something bigger than my automatic emotional response, and you all have them, in something bigger than just my physical body or even my field? How do I align all of that presence into my third chakra, second chakra, because it's your aliveness, your creativity, your love, your presence, your sensuality, your sexuality, your playfulness, all of the greatness. Third is your power. Second is that, and the first is I am safe. I can trust myself. I am safe and I can trust myself. No longer doubting every single thing, no longer doubting when you channel, how you show up, what other people feel about you, whether you will make it or not, whether you will ever succeed at that what you desire. No longer going into that, but allowing yourself to surrender to trust and something bigger than you. And the bigger than you means you are co-creating with the light tribe, which is us. We are beings of light surrounding you. Just see us. Like we are right here with you. Not just one, not just two, thousands and thousands and thousands of us. Whole arenas filled just for you. And you think, maybe I need to make this work. So let's figure out a solution with my mind. That's no longer what is asked. What is asked is you to allow that new human energy to be integrated in you, which means I am physical. I have a personality. I have emotions and thoughts. And I am so aware in each and every moment from a place of compassion and connection and kindness, that this is not who I am. So what I am now is that I bring through the personality my grace, my love, my kindness, my light, my ignition, all of who I am. I bring it to the table through who I am. That means I do no longer go into judgment or bitterness or resentment or anger. I might express the emotion, but I do not lead by it. I lead with my certainty. I lead with my light. I lead with my soul. I lead with the solid centered space within myself, because I hold me. Nothing can get me out of alignment with me. Sometimes I wobble a little and then I go back, and it's okay that I wobble because I'm human. And I do not decide, I do not engage when I'm out of alignment. I only allow myself to lead, to make decisions, to go into interactions when I am in alignment with my true power. That means I feel centered. Right now, do you feel your feet? Or were you so much into this channeling that you forgot that you had a physical body? Feel your feet. Train yourself in feeling your feet, feeling your pelvis area as you're seated, and simultaneously being open to listen with the heart and allowing it to come in. See, now you're not trying to get it with the mind. Now you're feeling it. Now you're allowing it in. From this place of surrender and trust, everything will fall together. Everything will co-create. Everything will harmonize. Everything will manifest. Everything will align and unfold in the most miraculous ways, because you accepted that you do not have to do this life on your own. And we get it because we know many of you, actually most of you, still think you have to do it, still think you have to bring this life forward. What you only need to bring forward is your vision from the heart, your intention, your clarity, your clear energy frequency, aligning with that, not being distracted by other situations, realities, holding yourself and allowing yourself to walk into harmony and alignment with your soul being part of you, no longer something outside of you. And you all can live in this alignment. It might be that you have not figured it out yet, but we can support you in the feeling and in the remembering of that. And in places like this, where you can feel the gathering of souls together, where the field is more expansive than your own, that's when you remember. That's when you will feel. And sometimes you might feel resistance coming up. That's just a sign that you're ready to break through to the next level. It's not a sign that you should stop. That's the mind. If you have the vision to bring your life into the world, to share your gifts with the world, to live a life of love, of purpose, of meaning, this is the moment to start creating meaning for this transition you're entering. It means you are full. It means you can hold and hug yourself, being really, really loving and enthusiastic about who you became in this year, seeing the shifts and the steps and maybe even the struggles, but see all the light expansion happening. See, we see it in your field, the tremendous expansion of your light. Some of the fields filled with certainty, some of them with celebration, some of them because of the relief, suddenly more light came through. Some of them like, ooh, feminine energy, more power, more presence, impact, joy, love, laughter, deep connection. We see it all. It's how you channel the frequencies into life that is what matters. That's the only thing what matters. Your awareness and your ability to channel and hold those frequencies right now, in this moment, right now, as you are looking into the eyes of your child, as you are connecting with a neighbor, as you are walking and talking to someone on the streets, as you are co-creating with nature and animals, as you are doing your art, your love in the world. The only thing what is important is for you to realize that channeling your frequency of choice is what matters. The rest, the manifestation, is not something to be worked or done. It's when you allow yourself to be in it that the high frequency solutions will come to you, and it will be allowed to unfold, 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 and it will be a co-creation between you and us, between you and you, between soul and personality, between you and the soul, and you and the soul of the people around you, between you, the personality, and all the people with personality around you. It's like constant connection, co-creation, elevation, sisterhood. It's all here for you. And we are so delighted to co-create with you. And so it is. So, what did you hear? What stood out for you? And they usually say a whole lot. So what entered your awareness? Powerful. So much. Let's be a little bit more specific. Why? Because when people see it in here, it starts clicking, right? You start like allowing it in. The key is surrender and trust. Unstoppable. I want to share this with everyone. Relax. Only act when aligned. Channeling the frequency into daily life. I am safe and I can trust myself. I think I have to do it myself. I forget my tribe all the time. Good for you. Now you remember. So different if you start really trusting. To walk in alignment with my soul, not alone, enlightenment. Only decide, engage when centered in personal power. I trust myself. I don't have to do it on my own. Channel your frequency of choice, positivity, surrender and trust. Lots of backup, like lots of it. Yes, I'm part of. Align with the high vibrational frequency of desire. Vision from the heart. The only important thing is that you align with the frequency of your desire. Hope and trust. Channeling is natural. Oh, we'll talk about this after. Channeling is so natural for all of us. We all do it all the time. There's actually not a moment you're not doing it. And then people try to channel and I'm like, but you're doing it all the time. Co-creation, show the personality, trust and alignment, shift the energies and trust, listening from the heart and joy, being an open channel while engaging with life. Yes, be you in all situations, channel and hold your frequency, co-creation, working together. All of this, what everyone says. Yeah, it's like all of it. Why am I saying it again? Because I want you to feel it. Like this is all available for you. All these wisdoms and truths are available for you. Surrender to the divine, trust and co-create, bring forward a clear vision, stay aligned, not worry, choose your frequency, hold the, oh, hold on. That was a, there we go. Hold a high frequency. We still perceive that we are alone. Yeah, it's about channeling my frequency of choice. We only need to channel the frequency we envision, embody to the high frequency solutions. I only decide, create will come. Tears of gratitude and love. Oh, I'm so happy for you. It's okay to feel feelings. Yes, because we're human. That's such an important thing. How many times do teachers kind of say that, you know, it's not. Your beautiful human is here to be expressed. All the emotions, just not to be led by triggered emotions. You know, that's the only thing, but you can be expressing them because that's part of the experience. It's just not leading yourself with it. That's all. Align with it. Show myself. Don't engage. Stay aligned. Keep my focus. I mean, it's also good. Being as I am. Holding the duality. Only make decisions, steps when you are in alignment, I live feeling my feelings. Now I realize I wrote heard and felt alignment as enlightenment. Well, that's good. Enlightenment is a good one, right? It's perfect. So now, if you would allow yourself, can you feel the power of this, the power of the energy? If you would be able to channel frequencies of choice, and we really, really are. And listen, you don't need to do that all day long while you're with your children, like while you're like, you don't need to do that all day long, okay? You're also human. But if you would be intentional about it a couple of times a day, you know, not all the time, because you're living and that's fine. That will elevate. If you want to elevate your relationship, if you want to elevate the relationship with you, if you want to elevate the relationship with the light tribe, you want to channel the frequency of choice. And so there's so many to be allowed in. What really, really helps if you become crystal clear around what frequency you want to channel. Okay, so let's go into that. I always see the new year is a new foundation. You want to put a frequency foundation into the new year. Okay, and the one you want is not to fix a problem you have. Okay, that's really going into what's reasonable. I don't want you to be into that. We're going into expansion. So words like greatness, words like freedom, words like abundance, words like, we had some really good words, sparkling, like driven, like the words which are igniting something. Your soul, when you look and feel the word, should say like, yes. It should not be a word that you forget, because then it's not integrated, embodied. You want to click the frequency of your word into place so that you remember what to engage with. So start sharing some of the words. Playful, love, insparkled was the word. Yeah, I love the word. Instead of inspired, someone said, I feel insparkled today. I thought that was a really good word. Freedom, radiate, magnificence, love, abundance, gentle, delightful being, energetical. And like, listen, energetical, let's go into it. You probably want to feel like something with energy, but what energy do you pick? There's so many frequencies to choose from, because energetical is not necessarily like, it doesn't really hold like a charge. So you want to look for the charge, like, is it greatness? Is it brilliance? Is it love? Is it deep connection? Freedom? Joy? Like, what is the charge you're looking into? Because if you do not know what the charge is, you will be unable to hold this through the year. And if you know and you ask your tribe, like, let's bring it on, they will show it to you. They will. Power, freedom, abundance, excited, magic, love, empowerment, joy, love, co-creation, inner power, unapologetic, unstoppable, ease and abundance, expansion of light, love, connection. Being a teacher, and that's something you want. What kind of teacher do you want to be? What energy charge is this teacher? Is it a sparkling teacher? Is it like a light? Is it brilliance, greatness, passion? Like, what kind of energy frequency do you want to allow to come forward through you? Can you feel? Channeling frequency means you channel it through your being. Okay, it means not just like I'm hearing it in my mind, it means like I'm allowing myself to be ignited with this frequency. And as I'm ignited with this frequency, I'm leading my life with that. Maybe it's peace. Do you know, it can be anything. But you do not just want it to be a solution or a thing. You want to know what kind of, it should energize you. It should ignite you in bigger ways. Abundance, radiant, magical, playful, lit up, love, freedom, ecstatic. I love that word. Divine happiness, trust. Okay, trust source has my back. So let's go with the word trust. What is it more like, even more? Trust usually comes from lack. Okay, I want you to look at it. Is it coming from I'm not having trust, and so that's why I choose trust? That's like fixing something. We don't want to be in that energy, because it's also always very disappointing, because it will remind you of what you're not having all the time. I want you to create a new field. What I said today is like you open the door to a new reality. It's like it's clean, it's fresh. You get to do that every moment, not just in the new year, every single moment. What am I bringing to the table? If I would live through magic, if I would live like when I'm having Christmas and I'm adding magic to it, I'm looking through the eyes of magic before I do anything. Can you feel how different you would choose? When I'm looking through the eyes of freedom, that's my word. Very different Christmas. When I'm looking through the eyes of greatness, how can I bring greatness to this Christmas? When I'm looking through the eyes and then aligning with it in my life. That's it. If you don't align with it, but you keep on looking at what is missing, like lack of trust or lack of whatever, and I'm trying to get that other thing, I'm looking for goals and things to make, that's not high vibrational living. It's not. It's choosing the frequency, allowing it to channel through you by igniting it, not your guides, you igniting it in you. Enlightened, playful, vibrant, powerful feminine energy. It's like, I would maybe even go for something bigger, because energy is like kind of tricky. So what is the specific of it? Powerful, feminine, presence feels even different, right? Joy, freedom, liberated, bliss. Bliss is such a good word. Joy, inspired. Joy, magnetic, leadership, expanded presence, magical expansion, creativity, deep connection. Do you know, if everyone in this world would pick a word like this, what do you think will happen? And the beauty is not everyone knows this. Not everyone needs to do this. If you do it, you light up the world. Being aware and allowing your awareness to be trained into focus on what you want to create is the biggest gift you can give to humanity. The new human is able to express his or her emotions, simultaneously to feel the bigger part of you and to lead through that. Can you feel that? It's really okay to express your emotions through the human, but you lead your relationship, yourself, your life through the eyes of chosen frequency. Just look in your relationship. What is the current status quo? That's the frequency you choose. Look at you with you. Look at you and your purpose. What is really, if you're honest, what is the frequency? For me, around my purpose, there's so much surrender and trust. I just was joking with my clients, 60 minutes before. I said, do you really think I know what I'm going to do in 60 minutes? Of course not. I don't. I know it will come through me, and what comes through me is perfect. That's the level of trust I apply to my gifts. That has nothing to do with me. I just trust. You know how easy that is? Do you know how easy it is when you allow your light tribe to lead you? When you do no longer have to control it or know it? I used to be a sucker when it came down to giving presentations. I would hide if I had to do it out of my mind. That would be, I would not speak. I would horrible. And now it's like, I just get to allow what comes through me. Living a life in that way is so much easier, so much less resistance than trying to understand it, to control it, to get it. There's nothing to get. Who you are is enough. Bringing you to the table and your chosen experience, your frequency is everything. Being honest with yourself. I didn't really understand this concept until now, but now I do. Great. So now I do. So now I can allow this transition into the new to be something entirely different. you will be able to hold it when you're in a place where other people are holding it. That's the key. I'm just saying, when you're human and you're in your life, you've been to this class and then you go back to your life, you feel inspired for 10, 15, 30, 60 minutes, and then someone calls you and you're back in the old. Like, how long can you hold your awareness focused on that what you want to create? Allowing yourself to expand and allowing yourself to be in a container where you are carried and reminded. See? Then you do not need to hold everything in your personal power, because you just created a circumstance in which it's really easy for you to hold your light. And now when you go into your life, you can hold it a little longer and a little longer and a little longer and a little more and a little bit bigger and bigger. And that's how you start creating quantum expansion. Not from logic, not from reason. Vision of the heart. You know when you know. Then what usually happens is, no, because what if I can't? I failed so many times. That person says this. Do you know, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too big, I'm too small, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too whatever, right? All of those nonsense. We all have reasons why we do not trust ourselves in our gifts, why we do not create the health, the relationships, the love, the self-expression, the sensuality, the passion, all of it. Your current life is the reflection, and there's so much more available if you allow it to come from overflow, which is not just you on your own. If you allow your team to play with you, and if you allow yourself to be part of a really high frequency sisterhood, it's just what it is. That's what I love so much about my community. Do you know why I created this? For myself. The truth is, it's for myself. Do you know how good I feel after being here, teaching 2 classes, seeing all these beautiful women and men here, like co-creating, knowing they get the level of what I'm speaking into? Because I also know in my ordinary life, a lot of people do not really understand what I talk about. So I get to hold a lot of people and a lot of different frequencies. But then I come into this place and I'm like, you know, this is what we decided to come do. This is where quantum expansion is happening. It's when we co-create together and nothing else. Let's see, 92 new messages. Okay, I will not be able to read them all. That's like a lot. All the beautiful things. Now, amen. Yes, I want to hear back from you. What is really landing? If you're being really, really honest with you. And you look at your current life, what do you see? Do you feel you're a full energetic match with your infinite potential? Are you really channeling all the frequencies of choice in each area of your life? I'm just curious. Let's see. Exquisite, owning the frequency. Create sisterhood we want. Channel and choose my frequency. Yes, I am. I know who you are. Choose my frequency. There is no better time than now to shine my light. Go not from lack, but from infinite possibilities. Yes, Andrea. I'm feeling excited about my potential. There's so much excitement. Can you feel it? The sparkling energy, the potential. How much more exciting this is. Feeling full, like this year was full. And now allow yourself to go into the next. Choosing frequency from the heart, peace. I use a lot of the energy on the present and fear of the future. I thank you so much for your honesty. I think a lot of people do that, and not a lot of people will say it. Words can raise or lower your frequency. What do you choose? High frequency. Choose your words right. Yes. More and more integration to who I really am. I feel the message. I need more practice, which seems normal. Yes. Set clear intentions. Working on improving. Like, what if you wouldn't have to improve? What if you can just allow more to flow through you? Doesn't that sound good? Can you feel it? How we even choose the words? You are perfect. There's nothing you need to change. You're more than perfect. What if you can just allow more of this, that eternal being which is you, to flow through you? The excitement, the fun, the laughter, the joy, the cheekiness, the peace, the love, the sensuality, the acceleration, it's all here. Bringing clear focus. Excited for my potential and quantum. I'm still holding back. I really love this year. Good. I'm on track. Always more available to allow the overflow. Yes. Infinite possibilities. Excitement driven. Joyful expansion. More leadership. Alignment. Small bandwidth of my, I'm using a small bandwidth of my potential. And I know many are not using, like, they may be using 10% of their awareness in their daily life. That's about it. Even if you set intentions, even if you do your morning routine, even if you are, spiritually awakened, there's so much more for you. Lack of consistent alignment. Now, what if you would bring all of this, what we talk about right now, into this transition into the new, where you are already enough because you just are full, you're more than enough, and you get to expand into more freedom, more joy, more leadership. What do you desire to create in the new year? What do you desire to experience? Not, I need to hit this goal and that goal. No. What is the vision you want to bring forward? The frequency, energized vision you want to bring forward. Not that goal what you have not been hitting for years and it's bugging you, like the relationship I'm still not having, or da. What if you can just leave that for a moment? Leave it and just feel in the expression of who you are. What do you want to bring forward in this life, in this new year? What do you want to embody? Being a loving, connected mother, beautiful, joy, ultimate love and peace, leadership, overflow, freedom, love, creativity, joy, passion, leadership, freedom, more leadership. Joyful expression, inner joy, the fullness, experience the fullness of me. Act from the new human, love and joy, be visible, gentle, delightful, being in connection, expand my work, being, I don't know what it is. Hospitality, is that? Like when you allow people in your home? Beautiful. Allow more help with the animals, inner balance, luxury and the best of everything I choose, shine my light, sexual, spiritual bliss. I love that. That sounds really good. Who doesn't want sexual, spiritual bliss, Sounds good. Acceptance, being magical, going all in, love and freedom, fullness of me, freedom, inner peace, inspired, radiating, teacher, coach, I am, presence. Now listen to this. What is holding you back? What do you know? What do you already know? What has been holding you back this year? Because we can set very, very powerful intentions, but if we don't hold it in a very powerful container, in a very powerful context, like how am I holding this in my relationship, in my life, in my business, with myself? Be honest. Like, it's like, I want to be very vibrant. I'm just not doing the healthy eating, right? You already know where you're dropping your personal power. Where are you either dropping your personal power? Where are you dropping your engagement with the frequency so that it can come into embodiment? Being distracted, insecurity, not holding myself. See, this is powerful. Not enough action to my power. Not putting myself first, habit of staying small and trying hard, control. I believe I'm not powerful, self-doubt, dimming my light, not daring to step up, probably, like, I do not know, impatience. Just feel maybe what is the lack? Like, is it lack of certainty, lack of trust, lack of alignment? What do you know? If you want something in life and it's not happening, why is it not happening? What is missing? Spending energy on the fight, impatience, my mind, critical thinking, not trusting, controlling, lack of consistency, meditation, beautiful. Doubt and insecurity, too much influence by judgment. This is the thing, if we get to hold this in bigger ways ourselves, this exactly this thing, what you're sharing right now, that is the gateway to everything you desire. If you can hold this yourself in bigger ways, because then you can allow yourself to be human and simultaneously radiate the light and the frequency, right? You can do both. Commitment, focus, and structure. I feel lonely, I don't deserve it. Being distracted, lack of consistent alignment, and clarity and doubt. Consistency, commitment, doubt, being too naive. And just like listen to all of the things. Can you see how many people are experiencing the same as you? And maybe not in this area, but you're like, oh, kind of get that. I sometimes do that too. Isn't it fascinating? And when we get to hold ourselves to a new standard in ourselves, not by saying you need to change, you need to stop doing that because it makes me feel bad. For a long time, because I was so sensitive, everyone had to stop being so loud and stop being so, because then I would feel good. That's not personal power. I was so busy making them stop doing that, whatever they did, you know, it's not very effective. What was effective is holding myself, knowing I'm sensitive, knowing sometimes I just, you know, with 4 little children, I just go for a moment, like to the toilet, regroup and go back. Because life is duality. Life is that. So how can you hold yourself beyond that? How can you lead yourself through those moments in next level power, in next level presence, in next level humanness, not hiding the emotions, pushing it away, or then exploding, or like all of that, right? None of that. How can you say, you know, that what you just said to me was really hurtful to me. I think you didn't mean it, but it was. Or how can you say those things so that you are now the example and you are shifting, and so the people around you can shift too. You now just became the leader of your light. Need to let go, hold my energy, afraid of being disappointment, comparing myself. I have no right to be here. Lack of trust, letting personality lead. Do you know, all of it, isn't it great that we get to lead beyond it? This is what is available for you. If you want to, this is available for you, but you need to put yourself into a container, a context, so that you have your back when you lose your personal power. Okay? It's like diet is a good thing because everyone understands, right? Okay, I want to lose weight. Okay, great. Now, you start on Monday. Great, I'm starting, yes. And then on Tuesday, you remember you had something like chocolates or other stuff in the drawer. Okay, Tuesday, next week again. It's like, how can I create an environment and add my personal power? Both. So that when it gets tough, I can use my personal power. But if I have to do everything on my personal power, remember you came to co-create, you will not be able to make it happen because the universe will protect you from that. Can you feel that? You're not destined to do everything on your personal power. You're destined to co-create. That's why we come together, and that's why it feels so good, because we are destined to co-create. And when we are co-creating, it becomes easier. So you create an environment where it becomes easier and easier. Last question. Why is it so important for you to lead yourself beyond this so that you get to have and experience everything you desire in the upcoming year? The full expression of your gifts, the deep connection in relationships, the health, the joy, the love, the freedom, the wealth, whatever you desire. Why is it so important to you? Why do you want this? Because I desire to live a full life. Because I deserve it. I just want to feel good, feel alive, uplifting the frequency of this beautiful planet. But what about you? I want your personal why. And I know we all came to elevate, we all do, but you need to have your personal reason. Like for me, my children are my main reason, always been. I want them to have a mother who lives fully. I want them to have the example like I did of a really powerful woman as an example, which was my mother. I want to be that example to them so that they get to lead themselves in their greatness. Feel fulfilled, create heaven upon earth for myself and others. Because I let my light out, I will radiate back to me, because this is who I really am. I want to be fulfilled. I want to fully be me and live fulfilled because I want to feel better, to feel free, express my truth. I want to be fulfilled. My soul wants to grow. I want to live my potential. I want my family to see how it can and is beautiful, to be the example. I want to feel connected, more and more become, because I know all is in me and it has to come out. Example to my daughter and family, because I am fair, then my life feels complete. Is this important to you? I'm just saying, can you feel the realness of this? I want you to understand that before you go into this transition, you want to be fully connected to this part in you, because the road will be bumpy and rocky. That's life. That is duality. If you're not 100%, this is the frequency. And this is why when the going gets tough, I really want this, because you see the eyes of your daughter. I'm like, well, you can't give up now. Or I really want to bring my aliveness into this world. I want to feel alive. It's okay if I sometimes feel sad and upset and angry, but I want to feel alive. I want to know that I'm living my calling. I want to know that I've fully lived in this human experience. I don't want to feel like half. I want to create a year, this day, this moment, to be fully expressed. This is me. This is who I came to be. There is no other way than me to show up with all I have, with all my flaws and all my emotions, but I have great intentions and I know why it's important to me. Can you feel how important this is? If you don't have this into place, this will be another year of moi. You need to have your personal thing. A lot of light workers say it's for the planet. I know it is, but that will not take you through the emotions, because then you're focused on you. You need something bigger than that, something more charged than that. That will be the outcome. When you are good for you, when you're channeling frequency, when you are fully alive, that's when everything starts building up. I love the experience to feel electric, to unalive, to liberate myself. I mean, really, this is such a powerful one. Liberating myself and my children. I can cry now. That was my number one reason to liberate myself, never, ever be depending on a man. I just didn't want that. After my divorce, I wanted to be the one who could take my children to college, have the freedom to give them whatever I desired, not saying they need to get everything, but have the freedom of choice. Biggest reason still. Biggest reason, liberating. Now it's not just liberating my children. Now it's liberating the people who work with me. Liberating you is the most important thing in my life. Liberating my sister in my team. Liberating. You don't need a normal job. You can, liberating more people who work with me. Do you know how great that is? It's bigger than just. There's so much. If you think about that concept, that you came to first liberate your light, your potential, your gifts. You came to liberate. You don't need to do that on your own. And then with that, you can liberate your children, your people who are important to you, energetically, but also in the physical form. Can you see, if people like us start liberating ourselves, start allowing our greatness to come through, what will really change on this planet? That is when it starts changing. Not with looking at the things not working. That honestly will not help. But you liberating yourself in greater power, in greater presence, in greater love, compassion, beyond the fear, beyond the doubt. And I'm going to tell you, there will be doubt. Yesterday, for me, I said, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm giving up. I don't want this anymore. It felt too hard. And here I am. Of course not. That's a moment, an emotional moment. I want to stop. I want to quit. I do not want to do this anymore. And then I move. Okay? Because there's always something bigger. That's temporary, the emotion. It's temporary. We're human. And then trying to fixate those emotions into this stabilized energy. If you're like me, you're not like that. Will not work. I was emotional 10 years ago. I'm still emotional. I'm just not leading with it. To live my purpose, because my fulfilled life is by living my truth. I know my mission. I want to do it. I need to feel it in real life. What is it called? Huppelen, anyone. Skipping is the word, I think. I want to live my potential. I can spread and share all of me. And I feel natural beauty in graceful exquisiteness. I want to heal my daughter. I want to bring my light, live my potential, to live a full and aligned life. Do you know how important this moment is? Are you realizing, really realizing that this can change your life? If you would take notes, this is why it's so important to me. This is the frequency I want to channel, and I'm going to create the context so that I know when it gets difficult. Other example I have is I used to go to the gym sometimes. Now I have someone, Martijn, who is with me twice a week. I always go. I did not sleep last night, and I was thinking, I'm not going. But I know he's there, so I went anyway. Do you know? It's when you allow yourself through those moments where you do not have the personal power, where you want to stay in bed, where you want to hide, where you're feeling hurt, where you're upset or angry or overwhelmed or tired or sick. Those moments, how do you lead yourself through that? And if you need to do everything on your own, once again, it's too hard. That's why I have such loving people all around me, supporting me in so many ways. I used to do everything on my own, really. Now I have so much connectiveness, so much support, so much love into place. It's a vision. I want you to live and lead with vision, not with what's reality. I never in a million years, I thought I would sit here with over 100 people coming, out of nowhere almost. I never expected that. I really did not. I was scared of public speaking. And here we are. There's so much more which is available for you. Anyway, I could talk for hours. They really talk through me, right? I don't have that much to say. I'm promising you that. I can talk, but yes, Carmen, there will be a replay. Yes, there will be a replay. Do not worry. I will send it out. So, for those of you who feel complete, you can leave. For those of you who want to know what I have in store for you, you can stay. All is well. So what is like, okay, what is more delightful than giving? Some of you have been following me, you know, I send it all my people in my programs flowers. It's really good. It was so much fun. And so I was like, what can I bring into alignment for you? Like, what will help you? And I'm opening the doors. That's really what's happening to my new experience, which is my divine and wealth empowerment, and it starts in April. Whether you have been in my soul mastery or not, whether you are currently in a program, it doesn't really matter. A lot of my clients do it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, like a lot. And they expand. Why? That's the context I've been talking about. You create a place where twice a week and 5 times in the morning, you are in this energy. This, what I'm talking about, is all about embodiment. This is about you becoming the channel, you aligning with your gifts, you creating the relationship, the wealth, the money, all the things, right? This is not about only light activations. What I'm talking about now is you becoming it. I want people to become the presence and the power which is them. So doors are open. That means we're going to start in April. Well, not really. We're going to start now, because what I'm creating is for those of you who join now, I'm going to do like pre-work until April. At least 3 calls to start with. Access to my circle of light, access to my daily divine empowerment. So you do not wait. It's actually happening from after the holidays. We're going to start. Now, let's go into what it means. The mastermind is access to everything, all of my programs. So that is not just twice a week and 5 times. It's every online experience I have, like the Circle of Light, like Feminine Expression, like Starlight, everything I have. Access to everything, including a 4-day retreat in a hotel, everything inclusive. Hotel food, stay, like all of that, including a channeling every month, including personal connection moments with me, all of it. Then we have the Accelerator. That's the 5 times a week, and also 5 times a week in the morning, and then twice every week. Okay. We focus on a Q&A where you get to ask your questions, and then we do teachings. So it's both. It's that and that. The difference is, if you want to quantum leap and you can choose, the mastermind is yours. If I could choose, I would put everyone in my mastermind. Why? Because I know when you're experiencing this and this and this and all the things, it will take you to a next level. And it doesn't matter, because we continue to elevate. So whether you've done it or not, doesn't matter. So what's happening currently is that on the Accelerator, I will give an 1,111 euro discount. So normally that program is 5,555. Now it's 4,444. Normally I do a payment plan of 12 months. Now, if you start now, it's a payment plan of 16 months. Normally it's 555. Now it's 344. So that's a big difference. My mastermind is usually 1,500 a month for 12 months. It's now 1,000 euros for 16 months. Access to everything. Pay in full, normally 15,555. Now it's 13,000. I need to say, well, 444. There's a 2,222 euro discount on my mastermind. Nice. For those of you who are like, I really do not want to talk about it, but I give you the options. Circle of Light, 222 euro discount. Daily Divine Empowerment, 5 times a week, 222 euros discount. My mastermind means you take your life, your light, everything very serious. I love expanding this experience because I've seen how effective it is. You don't need to choose, you have access to everything. For me, it's like, I really want to expand this place because it's magical if I see the elevation. Some of you are still in the April. And you're like, I might want to do another round. Now is a good moment to decide, because I will not go back to this. I just want you to be very clear. If you already know, now is the moment. Just saying, now is the moment. The coupon code will give you access to everything. I think it's holiday, right, Johanna? Holiday. And also it will run till the 31st, so this year. So if you want to take the next year into quantum expansion, this is the moment to choose. It's you, it's your light, it's the elevation. Today, being in the classes really with my people, it's just the best place ever. Some of you are here, you know. There's no place like that. There really isn't. Coupon code holiday. I think it's with capitals though, Johanna, right? If you go to the website, there will be a coupon code there, okay? It states it, and there's a pop-up, you can just go. If you're like too complex, just send us an email. Send us an email, we get you in the seat. Does anyone have a question about this? If you want embodiment, I'm so excited about my new, and I'm so excited about the pre-work because I've never done that before. I usually stop, but now I'm like, no, some of you are already in. I see some of you, you're already in. You're like, oh, pre-work, nice. It's absolutely brilliant, yes. And it's so elevated. The coupon is for everything. There's just different, the coupon code is the same for everything. So the circle of light and also the daily divine empowerment, that's a coupon like discount of 222. Then the accelerator, really good, right? That's the thing I like, the old soul mastery, basically. That's a discount of over 1,100 euros. So normally it's 5,500, now 44, or you can do it in installment. Normally 12, now 16. So not 555, but 344. Okay, so sometimes that's more doable for people. You also get access instantly. So it's not that you need to wait till April, we are actually starting right now. And then obviously the Mastermind now access for 1,000 euros over 60 months, including in a beautiful hotel for the retreat. That is so expansive, access to everything online. It will blow your mind. It's really good. So, are there more questions? I will send tomorrow, like if you want to know, like let's do this. Magdalena, if you have a question, do you want, like, okay, for the people who are not clear, let's do it this way. You send an email, we explain it to you and or hop with you on the phone to explain, okay? If you already know, some of you already know. If you don't know, you send an email, we talk to you, and you get to choose yes and no is also an answer, okay? Never push. I do not push. This is like, I never really do those calls anymore because I know people know when they know, but if you're confused, we're here to help you become clear. That's our job, right? Tomorrow I will send out the replay that also has the different programs there, okay? So Mastermind means access to all of my programs. And if you want to know what's all included, we will share it with you. Otherwise, go to the website, and not everything is even on it. Starlight, Divine Feminine Expression, like everything what I come up with in the year online, you have access to. Accelerator, twice a week, plus 5 times in the morning. Circle of Light, 2 light activations a month, 1 Q&A, but that's about light expansion. That's not embodiment. And then we have the Daily Divine Empowerment, that is 5 times in the morning. Okay? Let's see. Okay, so it's all for already existing program, not a new one. No, we are starting a new one. I'm starting a new circle. So it is a new one, actually. That sounds perfect, yes. Okay, I think, do I have more questions? I don't think so. Which program is the embodiment? That's the accelerator, that's the embodiment. And the Mastermind is everything. So embodiment, but also light mastery, like everything, starlight beings, everything. But the accelerator, the Divine Wealth Empowerment, the accelerator is the embodiment. Okay. I think we're good, right? All questions answered. 2022. Of course, you know, of course. What a beautiful timing. If you have questions, let us know, and we will support you in making the choices. Okay? Let's unmute everyone. Johanna? 222 for Rebecca also. Is everyone unmuted? Yes, okay. Bye, loves.
Bye, everybody.
Let us know. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.